Should you buy IT company shares, IT service company shares, or should you not buy? I think you have a dilemma in your mind, so as I am. But we need to understand the entire chronology and understand the fundamentals behind it. I'm going to explain you step by step in this quick video. Let's go through it. Understand how these companies works. So these companies work very differently. They are IT service providers, which means they provide IT services to the different companies, right? But it is not very simple as it sounds. Let's go into the deeper. They export their employees and earn money on back of them. They are having pressure and margin on their pressure from several years. They are really going through a tough time because lots of mid-sized IT service companies come into the market. In case of Indian context, if you look at Happiest Mind, Persistent Systems, these are some of the few companies which come as a mid-sector companies. They are more agile than the large companies like of TCS, Tech Mahindra, Wipro, Infosys. They are more agile, which means they are able to tap into the customers very quickly. Because of them, the big large IT companies are feeling pressure on their margins, and this is going on from last several years. But still they were enjoying the high valuation, a premium valuation. But what has changed suddenly? What is changed suddenly is the AI evolution, because AI has evolved so much in recent few years, and because AI is claiming to replace human in the loop for implementing the IT solutions, these companies have serious question mark on their business model. Most of the investors are running away from them and going into the AI ecosystem companies, and that is how we see how Taiwan's share market is growing bigger than Indian share markets, or it is bigger than Indian GDP itself. So what should we be doing at this point in time, right? This is all a complexity at the moment. But there are some players likes of Indian mutual funds, and I want to name Parag Parikh. They are keep buying this IT service company because they might see some value in this. But what value they are trying to see in the IT service companies? They probably see a future in them. But at the same time, as I mentioned you, these companies are facing a problem into the margins from several years. With AI, they are going to face that even further. But how we should be judging it? To judge this, we should look at an index. Which index? It's called IT index. In case of Indian share market, Nifty IT is the benchmark index. You should always monitor that. When you monitor that, you will know how it is going, whether it is cheap, expensive, or reasonable. So look at it. In June 2025, the index was at 38,000 points. And what is it today? It is today 28,000 points, which means it is a sharp fall of 10,000 points within a less than a year, right? So this is a sharp fall we see, which means, but what about valuations? To judge a company's valuations, we look at price to earn multiple ratio. What is it? This indicator tells us whether the company is expensive or not. So PE ratio of these companies is at the moment between 16x to 19x. But what was it exactly 1 year back? In June 2025, this same index was sitting at the PE ratio of 29, and today it is at 19, which means the valuations are shrunk down significantly within a year. Therefore, these companies, looking at the index, looking at the technical, looks like they are cheap and reasonable to buy. But are they really cheap or reasonable to buy? Now there is a catch comes in, and you need a further analysis in this, because it is not as simple as that, as I mentioned in the start of the video. You need to look at their business model. As I mentioned, their business model works on exporting people, but exporting people is not going to work with the new AI and agentic frameworks. Every company, I'm going to tell you what are the disadvantages of these companies, what are their speed breakers, and I'm going to tell you what are their advantages. One of their speed breaker, which is going to make them even further slow, is their size. Their size is big. Their human capital is more in these companies. There are 2 lakh, 3 lakh people working in this company. So they are less agile and more processes. AI wants things to move faster. This is a big disadvantage about these companies. Second disadvantage about this company is the people they have. They are not trained on agentic or AI. They are trained on traditional IT service technologies. So training them onto the new will require money. So they need to spend a lot. They need to do that faster to be convenient into the race. But what about their advantages? Their biggest advantage is they know how to deal with Fortune 500 clients. These all IT service companies are very good at communicating, integrating, and having a relationship with these Fortune 500s and big players in the world. Their network has spread across all over the world. They should be able to use that, leverage that, and sell AI related solutions. But when they go and sell AI related solution, who they are going to? Maybe they are going to the big banks in the world, which they already serve as a client. But what happens to the client? If the client is from manufacturing, pharmaceutical, or defense, or banking, insurance, they could be anything, right? They go after any vertical. But these verticals also requires a big players working there. So for example, there is a pharmaceutical company called Reddy Labs, right? Or there is a pharmaceutical company in the US called Pfizer. What they do? They're already exploring with their own IT team that how they will leverage LLM models to make their own agentic tools to automate the process and get less dependent or get rid of the vendors. So they are already spending a lot of money on the tokens. So here is the game comes about the tokens. Understand tokens. When you use the AI, you need to spend on tokens. Every token you spend, token is essentially the prompt that you are using to do a task. Every prompt has a characters. Those characters are counting as a token. And these LLMs built by the giant companies, AI companies, they usually charge on the subscription of these tokens, right? So there is a expense for the companies. So who will bear that expense? Will that expense hand it over to the IT service companies? I don't think so. If that expense is bear by the host company, the client itself. In case of Pfizer, if Pfizer is going to do that, what it means? It means the Pfizer will say, look, I'm already spending on the AI infrastructure. Why should I pay you as much as I pay you before? So you have to do with the less people and a less cost, which means these companies likes of Infosys, Wipro, and TCS show their agility there. Agility means they need to show how quickly they can turn around the things. They need to come up with a new business model to convince different companies across the industry sector that look, this is a new way of working. This is a new model that we are bringing you. In this model, they need to convince the client that look, whatever margins I used to earn, why I deserve the same, getting it from you, and why should I even need a more earnings from you, or how can I help you better way. So there is a lot of churning going on in the big companies right now. They are trying to figure out their business model, but what should we do as an individual? And that is the question. We as an individual needs to hold our horses. What does it mean? It means wait and watch. If the valuation looks cheap, don't hurry or rush to go and buy them. Wait for 1 year or two. There will be more clarity how they are turning up their business, and on our channel we will keep you updated on what churning is going on into these big companies. If they are coming and showing signals of coming as a strong player into the AI world and their relevance will still remain, then it will be a green flag, and we will be telling our subscribers and our viewers as soon as possible. But remember one thing, before you make any investment decision, consider talking to your financial advisor, because I am not SEBI registered advisor. So you should be taking the help of your own financial advisor. Through our channel, we will try to give you a perspective about AI, a knowledge about the AI, a knowledge about the technology, and a knowledge about the finance. So stay tuned in, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.